BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? All right, two things I gotta start looking. Let's lighten it up a little bit here. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody had a beautiful night. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope everybody woke up on the right side of the bed, got to work on time, whatever it is that you were supposed to be doing. Let's hope it worked out. All right. So a couple of things we're gonna talk about today. One of the things I want to talk about is sorry about that. I needed to take that. Couple of things I want to say. One of the things I want to say real quick is that I just got anybody that's yeah, I had to turn the sound off. I had to take the call real quick. So just real quick for everybody to know, I've got in communicate. I don't like this shit is backwards to me. So I got some communications for everybody that was wondering how certain Treyway members was doing. I got some communications that Melly is actually doing. He's doing well. So if anybody was concerned or wondering what was going on with Mel Matrix, Mel is doing well right now. Not sure exactly what I could say. They didn't give any real details. Oh shit. No real details was given to me. They said that oh wow. I actually do have a real big detail. I'm about to tell y'all something. I don't know how it's gonna be received. I'm hoping the person that I'm saying this on, if it gets back to them, they're not mad at me. They're looking more like just in case you didn't know, and then I'm putting you on. Hold on 1 second. Where the hell is that thing at? Anyway, I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if I should say this. Let me say the good mornings, and then I'll decide on whether I'm gonna tell y'all or not. What's up, Kenneth O'Leary? How you doing today, my brother? He says, "Hey Jack and BB in chat. Hope you have a blessed day." Um, Before we get to the good mornings, pardon me. Let's give a shout out to everybody who donated last night. Shout out to Tim Mate with the $5 drive, and shout out to Brooklyn Born with the $50 drive. Appreciate you, my brother. That's the is platinum. Yeah, that's platinum, right? That's the platinum drive. Shout out to Brooklyn Born with the platinum drive, $50 drive. Appreciate you, my brother. Um, Going on. Good morning, Kenneth O'Leary. How you doing? He says, "Hey Jack and BB in chat. Hope you're having a blessed day and love." Shout out to Katie Cam, Gully Boy. How you doing, Gully? Gully says French Montana got 50 cent informant papers up on his IG. The last thing that French put up was fake. So please don't just go falling for the freaking shenanigans. What up, Deshaun Ragsdale? What up, Doug Nice? Hey, you've been this is like the second or third time in a couple of days. Are you back? Greg Nice is good. Doug Nice is Greg Nice. Doug Nice is good morning. Just saw a report that the U.S. had advanced warnings of the Iranian missile attack. If true, it may suggest that Iran doesn't really want smoke. I said that the other day. I literally said that last night. I will go over that again. What up, James S? Straight Ballin. Shout out to Straight Ballin. What up, Lois Sinatra? Straight Bowling had actually won some tickets, right? Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all know about something real quick. So apparently, there's this app. I'm gonna advise everybody gets it. It's an AMC app. I'm advising everybody get this AMC app. Everybody get it. It's an AMC app, right? So on this AMC app, you can get tickets. So they had this thing where it was like send somebody some tickets, but I thought I could send people individual tickets. But in reality, I can't send individual tickets. What I can do is I could play for a ticket plan for like the year or a couple of months or whatever and give that to somebody. That's something that we might do now that I found out about it. I'm trying to find stuff to give away, man. I'm not good at this giving. I'm trying, so bear with me. Anyway, shout out to Loa Sinatra, blessed up King Richmond, Virginia in here for the first time. Heard good things about this page. Appreciate you, Sinatra. There's a person that from Richmond that really hates me. And I don't even know why, because I don't even got no beef with them. But shout out to them. What up, Wayno? How you doing this morning? What up, Prince 2 Amir? What up, Bandit Toro? What up, TZ4 Sheezy? How's everybody doing? AG, since top of the morning, my brother. What up, Triple A? I hate that name. What up, Straight Baller with the $2 drive? Straight Ballin says, God bless Frost and the whole BBN fam. Appreciate you. What up, Rio Martinez? Rio Martinez said, good morning. Blessings to all. Hit the like on the way in. It's free and appreciate it. Let's get it. I got some shit to say. Shout out to Supreme Duncan. Supreme Duncan says, I was wondering when you still gonna cover the court transcript paperwork still. Which court transcript, which paperwork, and has the paperwork been released? I'm not sure what you're talking about, Supreme Duncan. Put me on. What up, Liberty Hazelton? Yes, I keep calling Liberty Hazelton a chick. Liberty Hazelton is actually a dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. Have you read your name? What up, Billy Gordo? How you doing this morning? Who else we got up in here? Frisch Loke, Greasy, Pez. What up, Rainbow Dash? Who else we got up in here? Supreme Duncan says that paperwork French Montana put up is the same papers Ja Rule and Irv Gotti showed years ago. But supposedly it's fake paperwork. The paperwork that Irv Gotti and Ja Rule had showed a couple of years ago. I think people were saying that that paperwork was fake. I'm not 100% sure if that paperwork was fake, but I think that was the story that was being put out, that the paperwork was fake. I'm not 100% sure, but if it's the same paperwork, it might have the same problems. What up, Lauren Lease? How you doing this morning? You said, good morning, have a blessed day. We trying, baby girl. That's a whole fact. You better, I'm telling you. What up, Majesty? Order 6-9 court papers is normally 90 days. It should be available. I'll look into it and we'll see if it's available. If it's available, we'll cover it. Okay, so I hear a lot of things and I try to be as responsible as possible. So I hear a lot of things and I try to be as responsible as possible. We might call up somebody about talk some sports this morning. We might call somebody up to talk some sports this morning. I try to be as responsible as possible. So I received a couple of months ago, I was asked by somebody about something. I didn't know enough to speak on it, so I just left it at that when they asked me. Asked. I can't say the word, so whatever, make fun of me. Um After before the people asked me this question, there was a long story going on about a certain individual maybe having a uh investigation into them. Um if y'all know, I put people onto a lot of shit on this channel, and I have been alluding to the fact that this individual has to have an investigation on them by the FBI. I've been alluding to this for months. I haven't actually, I said it flat out once or twice, but it was more speculation than anything else due to the way everything is going on in this particular case that we were covering. It was more speculation more than anything else. I received some information today by somebody who I think is a good source. As far as I can tell, it's a good source. I received some information today, and the only reason why I'm telling you this particular information, that this is a thing, is basically because of shit that has happened previously. That I don't think that by me saying this, I'm hurting the individual in any way. I think if anything, if the person wasn't sure, they know for certain now if my word means anything. And so that's what we're going into. And yes, I just heard today that there is an investigation into Jim Jones. Once again, Jim Jones. I don't know what you're doing out there. I'm going to assume everything you're doing is above board. Be careful out there. There's an investigation into Jim Jones, and right now, the only thing that I'm hearing they have on Jim Jones is telephone conversations. Or should I say that specific telephone conversation? What I'm hearing, I don't know how accurate this is, but what I'm hearing is the only thing that they currently have on Jim Jones is the telephone conversation that he had with Mel Matrix. And if that is true, then that literally means that by Tekashi going on the Breakfast Club and doing what Tekashi did on the Breakfast Club, he helped get one of the wiretaps off of the street that was responsible for keeping tabs on Jim Jones. First of all, I've been trying to tell y'all for the longest that the biggest rat in the case wasn't Tekashi 6ix9ine, but for some strange reason, all people want to talk about is 6ix9ine. Blueberry muffin, y'all. Let's go. I eat the shit from the back. I think I should have thought about the way I said that before I actually said it. But it's out there. Anyway, whatever. Sean Ragsdale brought up a good point. He said probably why Tekashi, said he was a retired rapper instead of a gang leader. We still don't have no proof that Jim Jones is the leader of any gang. Fact, 6ix9ine saved him. Jones's ass, because if not for 6ix9ine Breakfast Club, then he would still have wiretaps on Jim Jones and they would take down because of 6ix9ine. That's a fact. This is the first place that you heard that. I was the first people telling y'all that 6ix9ine that 6ix9ine saved people. I was the first person telling. This is the first place y'all heard that. BBN. The judge said it. Now we hearing more confirmation that there actually is an investigation into Jim Jones, and the only thing they have on him is those recordings from Mel Matrix phone. I am not calling Jim Jones the leader of anything. Why? I am not calling him the leader of anything. I'm not telling anybody else what they can or can't call him. I'm not calling him the leader of anything. God dang it. Really? Doug West says, shout out to Doug West. You ain't been here in a minute. Doug West says, why is Jim Jones' phone tapped? They usually tap the phones. We are under. Jim Jones' phone wasn't the one that was tapped. It was Mel Matrix's phone was the one that was tapped. Nope, Doug West. Doug West, I see why you don't talk, Doug West. You just said a whole bunch of shit that I didn't say. You said so much stuff that is wrong, I'm not even replying back to your comment. Because it's going to take too long. And you're going to fuck up the whole entire stream. You said a whole bunch of shit that don't make no sense. Don't get yourself kicked. Everybody, I'm not reading the damn comment. Everybody look at that Doug West comment. And you can understand. What the fuck, yo? But these are the same people. These are the same people that when I say their comment don't make no sense, they're gonna say that I kick people for having opinions. Do you understand what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. What the hell? No, I'm gonna read the comment. Doug West says, wait, you said Doug said that? Oh no, Liberty said that. Yeah, Liberty has been saying he's been working with the boys for a minute. I get that. Liberty Haydenson said he's been living in his mansion tax free for the last 10 years or so and just got taken from him. Anyone else would be hit for tax evasion. No, when you're living and you're not paying taxes on property, they take your property. They don't hit you with tax evasion also. You have to pay the property on the tax, the house, the taxes on your property. If you don't pay the taxes on your property, the government takes your property. Period. You still owe the money, I believe, but now they just also take your property. And I'm guessing they sell your property, then you still owe whatever the difference is or something like that. They don't put you in jail for not paying property tax. What are you talking about? Maybe later, but not like right when you didn't do it. Like they're not doing that now. Thank you, Lex BX. Let me finish the blueberry muffin before the BS start. Yeah, I don't care what that other channel. I'm not talking about Mr. Sex Money Murder, obviously. That's famous people. I don't get y'all can go cop this, by the way. Y'all can go into the merch store and cop the bag season. Yo, can we get everybody that's a member? Can we get some bag season emojis, please? Everybody could go cop their bag season merch, yo. Everybody could go cop their bag season merch. Doug West says, okay, thank you, salute, Ohio, stand up, BBN. I never thank you, my brother, with all the exclusives in great interviews with the OG Blood dudes. Okay, so Doug West is this that last comment just sent me for a loop. But Doug West is good. All right. Salute Doug West. That last comment though, it sent me for a loop, man. It's too early. Nah, you good. Don't worry about it. One Nation says, I used to like your pre-show on IG. Oh, before I used to go, oh, for everybody that don't know, before we used to go live here, I used to go on IG and we used to do like a pre-show conversation and shit like that for like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Yeah, I use that for time with my staff now, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I use that to talk with them and communicate with them. Yo, can we get these likes up because the haters is in here hard today. They might be hard, but I meant a lot. I guess some of them wouldn't be hard; they would be wet. But you get the point. Can we get them likes up? There's a lot of haters in here tonight. Today. Anyway, so yeah, so basically what I heard is that there's an investigation into Jim Jones. I heard that they're looking for stuff, but they haven't gotten anything yet. Jim, stay safe. If you are committing crimes, which I don't think you are, I don't think you're committing crimes. I think your hands are clean. But if there's a chance that somebody might try to trick you into committing the crime, don't commit the crime. They're watching you. Matter of fact, don't commit any more crimes if by chance you have ever committed one, which I don't think you've done. How about that? Did that sound good? Shout out to Hybrid Nation. That's a fact. Shout out to all the brothers behind the wall also. Shout out to Treyway. Shout out Sean. Shout out everybody. You thought I was Wildcat. Supreme Duncan said, I just named 3 things they could charge him with. I don't know about nothing. Okay. I don't know about nothing. Hey, let's talk about it. Check your text. Check your text messages. I don't know about nothing. I'm not getting involved in it. Because somebody put there's a link in the description. I don't think my admin is gonna be able to post it. For some strange reason, Google isn't letting me post links to my merch. So link is in the description of every video. Okay, so there could be an argument made that the conversation that Jim Jones had over the phone with Mel Matrix was just him trying to have a nice conversation with a friend and trying to be helpful to a friend. I need one second. All right, my fault. Hey, real quick, yes, I just seen that sex money. I don't care about that. People are weirdos. Tell him to get more than 500 views in the video. Tell him to, I don't know. Tell him, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't really want to talk about that. Like, okay, look, if you're getting the same views as he is, and you got 300 subs, and this guy got like 29,000, and y'all getting like the same views, what the fuck am I arguing with this guy for? Shout out to him. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't want to get that guy no shine, no nothing. All right. Look, we gotta protect our people, man. All right. When I say protect our people, I don't only mean uh black people. I mean the people that's part of our community. Whether those people be white, whether those people be Puerto Rican, Dominican, whether those people be Mexican, whether those people be whatever race they are. If they are part of our community and they stand with us, we got to try to help protect them. Not just listen, hear me out real quick. Not just the women, not just the children. Us grown ass men need to have other grown ass men's backs, because what these individuals do is they get as many people as they can to gang up on one person. You understand what I'm saying? So they're cowards. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we got to start supporting one another. And I'm not talking about race. I'm talking about people in our community. We just got to support one another, man. We know who the people that not, when somebody's not in our community, we know who they are. Start giving these people passes. Stop giving them people passes. Y'all know who the racist channels are. All right? Y'all know who the freaking racist ass channels are. Stop giving them passes. Supreme Duncan says, Jack, do you still think the investigation got started because they were tracking 6ix9ine money? Nope. The investigation was started before 6ix9ine even got with them. The investigation was started by CEO Chris when he got down with them like in 2012 or 2013 or something like that. That's when the investigation started. It had nothing to do, the start of the investigation had nothing to do with 6ix9ine at all. Zero. Um, Supreme Duncan goes on to say, I was watching an old video you did about Jade hurting 6ix9ine. Jade hurting 6ix9ine from January 2019, and you heard anything about when? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know about. You got to send me the video so I can see what you're talking about. Hurting 6ix9ine? I don't know nothing about Jade hurting 6ix9ine. Maybe it's something that happened and I just forgot about it. I don't know. What up, Vic Star? We love Vic Star. He might mean Sarah. I don't know. But at the end of the day, the investigation did not start because of 6ix9ine at all. I still think that there's people who are free that should be, that they can't publicly say thank you 6ix9ine for obvious reasons. But behind the scenes, they need to be telling people to back up off that kid. Flat out. And the best way to do that is just not talk about him. Don't say nothing negative about them. Don't feed into it. You feel me? That's all. Just don't feed into it. You don't have to go out there and be like, an advocate for 6ix9ine, but you don't have to feed into it either if you know that that boy, by going on Breakfast Club and effing up the FBI's investigation, got you off for the freaking clock. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to go big them up, but what you can do is just don't go at them. You just said this dude's name. If you say this dude's name on my channel again, Supreme Duncan, I'm kicking you. I'm not playing. I'm dead serious. I don't have no hate towards you. I don't have no dislike towards you. But if you say that dude name in my chat one more time, the next person to say that dude's name in my chat is getting hit with bags. Period. I'm not playing. Do what you want. Hey, admins. Admins. If anyone ever again, I don't care who, I don't care if president of the, well, nobody likes the president. I don't care if Rihanna, okay, maybe Rihanna could say it. Okay, unless the person is like Beyonce or Rihanna or something like that, and they come in here and they say that dude name that start with a Z, I want them out of here, and I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. I want them out of here. I don't never want to see that dude name ever again in my life. I be questioning on if I want to kick people out that got his name that ain't even him, just because I don't want to see the name. I don't care. I don't. Now I don't want to go watch the video. Matter of fact, show me where the video is so I could delete it. How about that? I'm supposed to be getting something going with the Dykeman tournament this year. I've been in talks to cover the Dykeman tournament and cover some of the speak to some of the players down there, some of the pros too. So I might be doing that. We might be doing that this year, the Dykeman tournament. And that goes forever. Believe me when I tell you, I am not ever going to move from that position. Not ever. I'm always going to be on that position. So admins, that name ever. I want whoever is kicked. I don't play them games. I'm way too loyal of a person. When you show me, like, forget all that other stuff, I'm going to go to the wall for you. You do me dirty, I don't want to have nothing to do with you, period. You can say what you want to the rest of the world. Me and you know what it is. I don't give a damn what everybody else believe. Me and you know what it is. Anyway, just BS. Yeah, this is definitely the bag season merch. Everybody go cop some. Go cop some bag season merch. I want to, not for nothing, I want to see which one of the ladies in here look the sexiest in the bag season merch. You know, like sweater or something, or tank top with the boobs. What up, Brimside? What up, Free Noop? I'm just feeling like I'm feeling today, man. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about in that video. And yes, she was clout chasing, and yes, she was jeopardizing 6ix9ine's. Damn, I got a great memory. But thank you for showing me that video. I'm taking the video down right now. I'm taking all video down that got this dude speaking in it. Jack Bruce. Give me 1 second. I need to do this shit now. This shit is retarded. Well, that video's gone. Pardon me. Immediately, I'm not playing. Anybody else see any more videos with that dude name in it, admins? Let me know where the video is at so I can take that video off my channel. Anyway, I'm kind of a consistent person. It's just I usually got a lot of stuff going on, or I'm usually trying to find a way to have nothing going on. So I sometimes I get just I haven't forgotten about anybody, and it's not that, but I just I move from one thing to the next pretty seamlessly often. And with that being said, I was speaking with somebody today, and they was actually talking about there's a lot of and I'm gonna first let me explain this to y'all. We're gonna be talking about some stuff that happens when people go to war. So we're gonna be talking about the situation that happened in Iraq and Iran, but we're not talking about it on that level. What we're talking about it is on the level of how sometimes people go over to war and they end up getting killed by friendly fire, and it's not always being described as friendly fire. Sometimes it's described as other shit, or people get killed for other shit and they describe it as friendly fire. All right, so a couple of things I want to add real quick before I go into the conversation, and that is there was a conversation that was had on Let's Talk About It the other day. Um, from what I hear, it was a pretty good conversation. More people probably should have pulled up to it, and the conversation was basically about when Bush didn't go to fight in the war, you know, the similarities between that and when Muhammad Ali didn't go fight in the war. And this is the conversation that they had on Let's Talk About It. And I'm trying to tell you, I need to pull up there sometimes. So basically what happened is, just so we can get an understanding about what's going on, Bush couldn't go to the war because they said he had like something like bone spurs or some shit. I don't know. It was something that you get and then you still go play basketball. So he couldn't go to the war for something that people still go play actual sports in. So I mean, I don't know what to say about that. So the reason why Muhammad Ali didn't go to the war and the reason why George Bush, pardon me, Trump didn't go to the war are two different reasons. But more importantly than that, the way that they executed those two different reasons is the important part that I want to talk about real quick. The reason why Trump didn't go to the war is because he was scared. Trump decided and his family that he was not going to the war. We're going to assume he was scared. They paid some people some money and they got him out of it. Trump. I know I said Bush by accident earlier, but I think I corrected it. And they got him out of it, right? Muhammad Ali didn't go through the war. We don't know whether he was scared or not, but if you're a boxer and you go stand toe to toe with somebody in the ring boxing, we're gonna assume that being scared of stuff isn't like a big thing with you. Um, we're gonna assume that you can stand in the ring with somebody and box and try to kill each other, that being fearful of going to war might not be the reason why you didn't go. It might be, but it might not be. One of the reasons why Muhammad Ali was saying he didn't go is because it was not his war. Now, another thing that I want to point out also, just so we can be clear on this, is Muhammad Ali didn't go publicly. He publicly said, look, I'm not going to war. I don't think you should either. That's what Muhammad Ali said. What Trump did was Trump hid in the back closet somewhere with the doctor, signing paperwork, hid in the back closet somewhere with a doctor, signing paperwork, saying that he don't have to go. Those are two totally different things. You understand what I'm saying? One of those was done in public view, in the view of everyone, and the other one was done behind the scenes where nobody even knew what was happening. So it's just totally different situations, in my opinion. But you can have your own opinion on this. I just think that they're totally different situations. With that being said, one of the fears that Muhammad Ali had was that when he went over there, he might get shot in the back by his own people, friendly fire. That actually happens. That actually happens. So I was speaking with somebody earlier today, and one of the things that the person said earlier today is that shout out to Prince to and Mia with the $5 drive. Appreciate you, my brother. One of the things that the person said is that the gangs over there, the gangs still exist even when you go over to war. And when you're over in war, sometimes what happens is some of those gangs kill other members of those gangs, even though they're part of the same military. So somebody was actually talking with me about that this morning. If you want to say who you are, I don't know if you want me to say who you are, but if you want to say who you are, just raise your hand. But somebody was actually talking to somebody lied. I'm gonna say it wasn't them. It was Rio. So we actually was having that conversation, and that whole entire conversation led me to something else. And I want to make this clear because I don't think I've been clear on previous days as we've spoken on this. I am not saying, listen to what I'm saying. I am not saying that these police officers that were helping the prisoners in Mississippi, these COs that were helping these prisoners in Mississippi, should get a pass. I'm not saying it's okay for these CEOs that was helping guns and drugs or whatever else get into the prison. I'm not saying any of that is okay. I'm not saying it's okay about the prisoners that were killed. I'm not saying any of that is okay. I'm not trying to soften that or make it seem like the gang violence that happens inside of prisons is okay, because it's not. What I am saying is is that because the prisons weren't being ran appropriately, that allowed for the gang violence and for the control that the gangs had to be further in this direction than it should have been. Whereas it should be somewhere in the middle, the control that the prisoners have over the prison and the control that the people that actually run the prisons have over the prisons. Well, whether it should be over here somewhere in the middle somewhere, it was slid way too far over to where the gangs are, and the prison basically. I could just imagine how terrible that prison is, and I've actually heard quite a few negative things about that prison since this whole situation came out. And it's crazy how they keep just showing dead bodies everywhere. It's crazy. So we're not giving people a pass. We're not giving these ladies a pass that decided that what they was gonna do is they was gonna bring weapons into the jails to allow. We're not gonna give the people a pass that put prisoners in cells with other prisoners with weapons so they could be murdered. We're not giving none of these people a pass. But what we're saying is there is a higher body that was supposed to be in control of all of this. Where they? If we take animals, and I'm not calling human beings, I'm not calling the prisoners animals right now. I'm just making a point. So I'm not calling them animals. But if we take animals that are used to fighting each other and put them in a pen with no restrictions, they're going to fight each other. So we, being the human beings, the people in charge, when we put them in the pen, we have to create a situation so they're not harming each other. So yes, gangs exist in jail, just in case you didn't know. It's the jail's job to make sure that the gangs don't get as so much control over the jail that it becomes uncontrollable. And that was the point I was trying to make the other day. I'm not sure that I made the point much better today. Prince to Amir says, I was running with a military gang when I was in the army, so military gangs are real. Yes. Supreme Duncan says, wait, Liberty Hazelton says, that's what happens when you don't watch your house. The 3 and the 5-year-old plots on the 7-year-old and run the house wild. That's a fact. Supreme Duncan says, our military was so bad with the gang activity. If you go and look at pics from the past war, you still see people throwing up gang signs and pics. The Feds seen this and had the military try to crack down. Didn't help. It's the warden's job to make sure that the prison stays safe. That is my point. I'm not saying that gang violence isn't running rampant. I'm not saying that these gang members that's in there that's doing all of this stuff should not be held accountable. What I'm saying is at the end of the day, it's still the warden and the people that run the prison's job to make sure that these things aren't happening. It's their job to make sure that these things aren't happening. It's their job. That's what I'm saying. And they need to do their job. So that's all I'm saying. Um, let's hope things work out a lot different than they already have, and we'll see what goes on from there. What up, Omicron? We'll see what happens from there. But at the end of the day, if you're telling me that we got gang members in the military shooting other gang members, and then the military writing it off as whatever they're writing it off as, and trying to cover up the fact that they got gang members killing each other in our own military, what you gonna expect in the jail system? Like, what are you gonna expect? For everybody that don't know, wars are really wars are usually fought over resources, because resources are finite for the most part. There's a finite amount of oil on the planet. There's a finite amount of gold on the planet. Resources are finite. That means that they have an end. They do not go on indefinitely. Most wars are fought over that. Resources. When you have gangs out here fighting over turf, you know what a lot of time they're fighting over? The ability to sell to those the ability to sell drugs to those customers. When you watch what do you call that show? What up, Nitro? When you watch what up, Braveheart? When you watch The Wire, for anybody that has never seen the show, show of hands, who's seen The Wire? You've seen The Wire? You have not seen The Wire. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you already lost. You've seen The Wire. You have seen The Wire. You have not seen The Wire. Let's take a quick vote. I'm curious. Quick vote, quick vote, quick vote. Big Star, you have to watch The Wire. I don't know how you're going to do it. It was an HBO show. You have to watch The Wire. James S., you just disappointed me. You gotta watch The Wire, or we not inviting you to none of the cookouts. First of all, if you didn't watch The Wire, you ain't invited to no cookouts. Let me just be clear on that. You cannot come to the cookout and you do not know how to play spades, or you have not watched The Wire. I don't care if you black. Anyway, the point I was about to make was, on The Wire, the whole entire Wire is about fighting for resources. So you got to understand, their resources in The Wire was the fiends, was the people who were custies. It was the customers. Those were the resources. Most wars are fought over resources, period. Why? The real reason we got over there in Iran and Iraq's business and in the Middle East business? Oil. You think America would be in the Middle East if it was really all just desert? The chick that played Snoop, I think she actually did go to jail for like selling drugs too. That's a whole fact. She did jail time for real. Like she, another thing The Wire did, for everybody that don't know, they was literally just hiring people in the area that really was like that really was part of that life. Like they was really hiring people that was part of that life. For everybody that don't know. Yes, she went to jail for real. For everybody who don't know who Snoop is, this is Snoop. Yeah, but she has, what's her name? I'm gonna show y'all something. Felicia Pearson. All right, hold on. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find them here. But I saw some pictures of her and she was dressed up like a damn woman. I was like, what in the hell? All right, I'm not gonna find those pictures. But I found some pictures. I found some pictures of her and she was dressed up like she was not dressed up like a dude. She was just dressed up like in sexy pictures. This is the photo shoot. I don't know if yeah, look at this. Like she was really out here trying to show her sexy side off. This was the photo shoot. She was really out here trying to show her sexy. Look a little bit like Ashanti right there. She was really out here trying to show her sexy side off. That's a whole fact. I was like, huh? I forgot how I came about them. I think somebody sent them shits to me. Somebody was like, yo, check this out. Look at Snoop. I said, that's Snoop? There's a ton of people in the movie industry that's gay that do sex scenes with the opposite sex. So I saw somebody from Vlad is being suing Vlad over being charging Vlad with being a rapist. I mean a racist, pardon me, not a rapist, a racist. I seen that. But also remember, Mr. AGTV just flagged me for some Vlad stuff. So I don't feel like getting flagged no more right now. So I didn't make a video about the Vlad situation. But, shout out to Mr. AGTV flagging me for shit that don't got nothing to do with him. Can't invite everybody to the cookout, man. I'm just saying, man. Not everybody could be invited to the cookout, man. I'm just saying, man. Shout out to Mr. AGTV. Somebody said, thanks, insane. Yo, Frost, you see that DSNT went to school. Wait, DSTN said he went to school with Snoop? Okay, so I'm gonna say something real quick. And okay, so I've dated a couple of white women in my life. I never dated a white woman and felt like I could treat white people with the funny shit that white people do. That's white people shit. All right, so perfect example. For some strange reason, it seems like white dudes like hitting each other in the Johnson, like sneak attacking each other. I don't understand that. That's not part of my culture. So I don't sneak attack people in the Johnson. But that's something that it seems to me like Caucasian people think is funny. Like they like to just be standing next to each other and hit each other in the balls. I don't do that. I'm just saying. I'm not even making fun of them. Like that's really something that they do. I don't do that. So I don't ever think it's cool when just because you're dating somebody from a nationality or you're dating somebody from some ethnicity and you think that it's okay for you to do the stuff, for you to do the things that that particular ethnicity does, um just because you're married to somebody or you have a kid by somebody of that ethnicity. You understand what I'm saying? That's like I wanted, that's like if I was dating an Asian and I decided to walk around trying to do like slanty eyes, like that wouldn't be funny. That would not be acceptable. Do you understand what I'm saying? So just because somebody is dating a black person, that doesn't give them the right to say racist comments. Just because somebody is dating any race, that doesn't get them the right to say anything racist. But also at the same time, like I was talking with y'all the other day, you have to have control over yourself. Like when you have somebody outside of your race call you the N word, think about it before you act. Because 9 times out of 10, they're saying the N word so you can act, and they can have you jammed up. So think about it before you act. Think about it. Trump is going live on Facebook. Does that say enough about our president? You remember back in the day when they would just have a press meeting and they just fuck up all the channels because channel 7, 5, 2, everybody decides that they're just gonna go to the emergency broadcast. Do y'all remember that? Nowadays, Trump is just like, screw all that. I don't even like the media. Media fake. I'm going straight to Facebook. What in the hell? DSTN says he thinks white people just get too comfortable. I'm not gonna say white people at all. Okay, so we have a problem inside of our own race, and that's our own race trying to destroy our own race. A black man will go to somebody that they want to be your enemy that's not black, tell them everything about you that they could think of, throw in lies as much as they can so they can try to get a white man to destroy you. That's the type of stuff that black people do. Not all black people, obviously. I'm only talking about suckers. They're going to go tell somebody all the stuff they can to try to destroy you. So when you see white people looking at us and being cool with us and then thinking that it's okay to do and say certain things, you got to understand, from looking from the outside in, it looked like we all hate each other. I'm telling you. If you was a different race of people looking in, all colors have suckers. That's a fact, James S. If you was a different race of people looking in at the way us black people usually conduct ourselves, you'd think the majority of us hate ourselves and hate each other. That's what you would think. You think the majority of us hate each other, hate each other, hate ourselves. You gotta understand, like, the shit that black people do to each other races don't do as frequently or as easily. A white person come try to extort you and they can't extort you, they're gonna move on. A black person come try to extort you and they can't extort you, they're gonna try to get the whole world to destroy you. I'm gonna say that again. A white person come try to extort you and they can't extort you, they're gonna move on. A black person come try to extort you and they can't extort you, because they can't beat you. Because they can't beat you, they're gonna try to go get the whole world to hate you. Niani, you joined the membership too, and I appreciate everybody that joined the Patreon membership. But you joined the membership to the Patreon, Niani. There's 2 different memberships. You can keep that membership also, might I add. But the membership, while this is on conversation, anybody that wants to become a member of the BBN network, what you want to do is, let's make this a little bit bigger. What you want to do is you want to go down to this button. You see that join button? Hit that join button. Then you're going to hit one of these different levels. And then hit the join button. We're trying to get up to at least 100 bag swingers by the end of the month. We're trying to get up to 100 bag swingers by the end of the month. Girl, it's right on the page. Look, are you serious? Are you fucking with me? Look, when you said where it's at. Hold on. What do you mean where it's at? It's right there on the page. Look. You see, morning coffee right here. It's gonna say subscribe and it's gonna say join. Your subscribe button should already be hit. Hit the join button. Look at these nice emojis. Could we all get some bag? Could we get, matter of fact, could we get some morning coffee cup emojis? Could everybody that's a member throw up some morning coffee cup emojis? Oh, and you can't join from iPhone, so you're gonna have to wait to get an actual Android device or be on a computer. Get some morning coffee cups up there. That's how y'all supposed to come into the chat every morning. Every morning I should see a ton of fucking morning coffee cups, man. That's a whole fact. Also, this video is sponsored today by Brooklyn Born 718. This video today is sponsored by Brooklyn Born 718. Definitely appreciate you, my brother. We have an open discussion for the most part. Dirty digital media, I don't know what that's supposed to be. They don't have it on the iPhone, Niani. You have to wait till you could get to a computer or you could get to an Android device. The iPhone don't have it. You're trying to get up to 100 bag swingers by the end of the month. Let's get to 100 bag swingers by the end of the month. You have to have a computer or a laptop. Got a problem with it? Call YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Okay, so somebody just said, do I think Vlad TV set people up for the government? No, actually. I don't think Vlad TV sets anyone up. I'm gonna explain to you what I think happens. Vlad TV does interviews, period. He does interviews on urban life, period. There is nothing wrong with that. He has done nothing wrong. When you do an interview with a person, you want to find out salacious information. So the questions that he's asking, there's still nothing wrong with that. I just want to be clear. Oh, what up, Rondor? All right, sis, I just want to be clear. He's doing nothing wrong. But if the government knows that you're consistently doing videos and interviewing people and it's helping them build cases against people, they are going to frequent your channel. If the government is watching Tekashi 69 and Treyway on their IG, you don't think that the government is watching Vlad TV and the numerous different people that he's interviewing? You don't think the government watches this channel when I interview somebody? They're watching. You feel me? The government has to be watching when I interview people, especially because of the whole Snow Billy situation. Snow Billy situation by itself put BBN directly in the line, in the eyesight of the government. The Snow Billy interview, period. This dude was active in the case and came on the channel and told us a lot of shit we did not know. He lied about some stuff, but he did tell us a lot of stuff that we did not know. He came on air and spoke about an attempted murder on his own life and how he survived it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with what Vlad does. I do not like the way that he treated Sarah Molina. I'm going to consistently say that. I think that was wrong. I don't think that's 100% his fault. I think that also falls inside of whoever her fucking management was. I'm not trying to badmouth her. If anybody think I'm trying to badmouth her, I'm really not. But what he did to her was wrong. He single-handedly probably just hurt her career single-handedly. I mean, let's just think about it a from a logical perspective. If you was an individual that was in the rap game, would you get into a relationship with somebody who turned so far against the father of their children? Shout out to William Somerville. He's upgraded to be a bag swinger. Appreciate you, my brother. We got to get to 100 bag swingers before the end of the year. Takashi. Shout out to William Somerville. Wait, what did I make you choke on the coffee for? What I said? Um. So yeah, so that's where we should be at. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at her. I feel bad that she had people around her that was feeding her to the wolves. That was feeding her to the wolves like that. I feel bad that she had people around her that, you know, they was taking advantage of her situation and they was hurting. You know, that was just crazy. That was just crazy to send her on Vlad. Um and then line her up because her management team was actively telling Vlad what to ask her to make her speak even worse or to lead her to speak even worse about Takashi. Yeah, they set her up for failure. That was messed up. And so people could be mad at her for whatever they want to be mad at her for, but that was a young impressionable woman. She thought that these adults that were older than her, wiser than her, knew more about the industry than her, had her best interests in mind, and they did not. Yes, I want to go to the Raiders game when the stadium opens, James S. Absolutely. What are you talking about? Is there any other games? What are you talking about? Of course I want to go to the Raiders game. I'm there. When and where? Um, yeah, so I feel bad for her about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, once again, I never disliked her on this channel. I think that she's an extremely attractive woman. I think that like y'all don't understand like how easy you could be either going up or down. Like you don't understand. Like you could make one misstep, and that one misstep could get people looking at you weird that don't know you. You understand? We don't know her. You understand what I'm saying? We don't really know what she's been going through. We don't really know her situation. We don't know her. You understand what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, um, for the only thing that we really do know about her is the fact that she went so hard against the child, the father of her child. That's just gonna make certain people not want to do just steer clear of her. I don't know what else to say. Shout out to One Nation Entertainment, joining the BBN gang. Appreciate you. We trying to get up to 100 bag swingers before the end of the month. 100 bag swingers before the end of the month. The game is rigged says, good, I'm still a member. Guard your accounts, peeps. I was registered for a dating site. Unknowingly, might be baby mom's tactics. Shit, somebody might register me for a damn site. I wouldn't even know it. Next thing you know, people contacting me talking about where am I at? What do you mean, where am I at? Like, yo, where you at, yo? It'd be some chick that's like straight hood and pretty as shit trying to boss me around. I might like that. Wait, hold on. What did Supreme Duncan just said? Reading paperwork on an ongoing investigation and a court trial that hadn't taken place yet. But he claims he doesn't speak on open investigations. If you see his recent interview with Boozy, he said he doesn't talk on open investigations. Then why did he decide to go do it to 6ix9ine then? Um, She was reading public information, so I don't know if I could say that. To be fair to Vlad, that was public information that she was reading. I had that paperwork. Hundreds of people had that paperwork. Thousands of people had that paperwork. So I don't know if we could say it like that. Is my point. I don't know if that's the way we could say it. I don't know if she brought the paperwork. Did she bring the paperwork? I don't think she brought the paperwork. I think her management team had the paperwork mailed there. I do believe she wanted to read it to make him look bad. But I believe what I heard, I'm not 100% sure, I can be wrong, that the paperwork and the questions and everything was actually mailed or emailed or whatever to Vlad. But she says that she didn't bring the paperwork. So at this point, it's a he said, she said. So I don't know. It's however you want to take it. It's however you want to take it. Vlad got lawyers. So I'm pretty sure Vlad isn't gonna say anything that might he might not be able to get out from under. I'm not sure who brought it. As far as I know, it was sent to Vlad with the questions from the management team. Yeah, it didn't add up. They were saying too like it didn't make sense. But like I said before, I don't think Vlad cares one way or the other. So I don't look for him to. This isn't something he needs to lie about. And what I heard him say was is that her team sent it over. That's what I was told. That's what I heard. I think Vlad said it when Vlad was going off on some lie that he said that they put out on him. Vlad openly said that they sent over all the stuff. He didn't say, because remember, Vlad and her isn't in the same room. Vlad is in LA somewhere. She was at some New York site. Her people sent it over. We know who her people's is. Have you ever met somebody that had a publicist or a manager? When you're the client, right? The face, and you're doing your job the right way, your publicist and your manager already have your criteria and everything rolled out. You don't even have that much impact in it. You just say what you open to do and what you're not open to do. I think he was extremely disrespectful to her. I think that it was extremely disrespectful that after the fact, when he was inviting other people onto the show, he kept laughing about the situation. Like, yo, I had Takashi baby mama on the show and woohoo! But at the same time, he has that right to do that. He has that right to do that. They came on the show and they did something that wasn't nobody else foolish enough to do. What other baby mama do you see go on anybody's show and read off court documents? Name me one. Please name me one. Somebody name me one, because I don't know one. Because somebody name me one. And love and hip hop exists. So we know a lot of these people damn near tried to kill each other and everything else. But ain't nobody go on nobody's show and read court documents. Anybody can name one? I can't name one. We're not talking about no pictures she took. She's a grown woman. She could take pictures on or with or without clothes if she chose to. Arab said way too much. What up, Bronx Bread? Arab said way too much. Way too much. Arab spoke way too much. Arab said stuff that if they wasn't even looking at him, they would have had to start looking at him. Free Arab. He said stuff that, let's say they didn't even, let's say the government wasn't even, they knew he existed. They wasn't concerned with him. They was busy doing other stuff. Arab said so much stuff that the government would have had to stop everything that they was doing and open up an investigation if they wasn't already currently in investigation. You can't go publicly talk about how you was a big drug dealer and now all of a sudden you buying property. Buying one whole property every month. You know how much properties cost? Um, Thank you, Bronx Bread. Dude said he buys property every month. That's a no-no. Well, they did a lot of stuff out there that he brought attention to himself. But the point in which I'm trying to make is that was just one thing he said that was out the water. All right. Then he said he gave the plug to the next dude. Like, he just said too much. And just so we could be clear, if I was interviewing him and he just said that type of stuff randomly, I'd probably put the video up also. But I wouldn't be asking him, yo, so who you gave the plug to? That's what's up, One Nation. I wouldn't have been doing that. Yo, who you gave the plug to? Oh, word? I wouldn't have been doing that. I'm not saying Vlad did that. I'm just saying I personally, that would not be the way I would be moving. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't move like that. That's what I'm saying. Just that whole situation with the Arab and the Vlad interview. I think that was Arab went on Vlad, freaking Rollo went on Vlad. Stop going on Vlad and stunting. I'm going to tell you what happens. Let me explain to you what happens. Going on Vlad is a great platform to blow you up. Okay, you could get blown up going on Vlad, right? Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. If you go on Vlad and you do it right, that shit could reinvigorate your career. That's a whole fact. There is no questioning about that, right? When she went on Vlad, Vlad wasn't asking her anything except for about Tekashi. How is that supposed to help her career? I'm going to say this again. When you go on Vlad, it could reinvigorate your career. It could do wonders for you. It can blow you up, right? Salute the Vlad. Let's not get this wrong. With that being said, how was her going on Vlad and talking about Tekashi supposed to help her career? Anybody know? Anybody knows? And that's where her management effed her over. She could have went on Vlad, spoke about Tekashi in like one segment, like one of the 10-minute segments, spoke on Tekashi one time, the situations that was going on. I felt abused. Um, it was a long pattern of this and that, or whatever. She could have went on Vlad and did that. That would have been 100% acceptable. That is not what she did. I feel bad for the girl. Because she is, we don't know what talents she might or might not have. She might actually have talents. All right? Every one of us have a talent. Most of us. Just me. Let me stop. But most of us have a talent. I'm pretty sure she has a talent that she can use or to do whatever. Most of us got a talent. It's a whole fact. Somebody tell her get in contact with me. I got an idea. She did not snitch. Stop. She did not snitch, Efren. Stop. Did she snitch? I don't think she snitched. I don't call what she did snitch. If she was speak bad on 6ix9ine, she was supposed to do an excellent job of making herself a victim. No, what she was supposed. I'm gonna explain to you what she was supposed to do. All right, this is what she was supposed to do. She was basically set up to have a beautiful career, but probably not in what she wanted to have a career in doing. She could have been a spokesman. First of all, the Me Too movement was going crazy. She could have been a spokesperson. Second of all, they I think they went to like one situation where she went to like a woman's thing. I was gonna actually go, but the shit was all the way out in Yonkers. So I live in the Bronx and I don't drive, so I wasn't trying to find my way out there. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. But if it was in New York City somewhere, I would have went. That's a whole fact. If it would have been in any of the fucking four boroughs, shout out to Staten Island, but I was not going out there. But if it was I probably would have went to Staten Island. If it was in any of the four boroughs, though, I definitely would have went. That's a whole fact. If it was in Mount Vernon, I probably would have went. That's a whole fact. What they were supposed to do was this. They were supposed to one, not bash Takashi. They were not supposed to speak negatively about the guy. What she was supposed to do is just show up at one of these events and talk about. I would have coached her to talk about the way it made her feel. How did how did you feel? She would have said words like powerless. You understand? But they didn't do that. They decided to go and just bash the young man. If you say something weird and disrespectful, Uda Bay, I'm just gonna kick you. See, because if she would have went to these events but never spoke negatively about Takashi, people aren't stupid. They would have put one and one together. She would have been a sympathetic figure. She would have got walk-ons. They would have just wanted her to be in the back of scenes. They would have had her probably be like a dead body on CSI or something. Her career would have went somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? But by her going and telling on her son, her daughter's father the way that she did, you know how much underhanded shit happens in the freaking the entertainment business. You don't want her around. You know how much underhanded shit happens in. You know how often when she kept saying Takashi is a snitch, you know how people in the business was like, yeah, you a snitch too. If you get it, you get it. You feel me? So yeah, they did her wrong. Anyway, I actually did a Wildcat interview. It's a long story, but I did the interview. I don't know when I'll be able to have the actual video footage. It's a long story. There's nothing I can do about it. Um, look, okay, look. Let's just say this about the young lady real quick. I I'm significantly older than her, so I have more life experience. So by me saying, "Oh, I think I would have had her do this, and I think I would have had her do that," that's because I have a lot more life experience than she has. I don't know what kind of life experience the individuals that was giving her advice have. I don't know how much life experience they have, but I have a lot of life experience. And one of the main things that I do have life experience with is when people, and you, anybody that's been around the channel for the last year know this, is that when people unnecessarily attack you. Currently, right now, there's some YouTube channel that's trying to get me to say their name, and I'm not going to say their name because I don't have no beef with you, and I don't even know why you're talking about me. Right? So bear witness. I'm going to explain this. Them talking about me, no matter what they says, raises my profile. Now, all I have to do is sit back and not mention them. They could say whatever they want about me. My profile is still going to be raised. So when she goes on the show, yeah, shout out to CK and Shy 120. That's a whole fact. Shout out to the hybrid movement. That's a whole fact. Shout out to Shy 120. I ain't seen him in a while. Cool dude. I fuck with him. So when she goes on those shows and she talks bad about 6ix9ine, and we haven't really heard 6ix9ine publicly say anything about her except that she had a relationship with a member of one of his co-defendants, and we just recently heard him say that, right? What she's doing is, salute the Wildcat too. What she's doing is she's giving 6ix9ine publicity, positive publicity. Because whatever she says about him is still going to be positive publicity as long as he doesn't respond. Yep, and he was always bigging her up before he got locked up. Said he said a whole bunch of shit. I have a YouTube channel right now. The dude, I don't know. I think he makes all of his videos about me now. And he has some little kid making videos about me. So he also has like some little kid making videos about me. So I have a whole nother YouTube channel trying to call It's AGTV because I want people to know who the snakes are, and I want people to know who he is. Because we're not supposed to be fucking with him. The other dude we're not supposed to be dealing with either. But that It's AGTV, we're not supposed to be fucking with him. He's no good. Thank you, One Nation Entertainment. That's true. That's why it makes her look bad, because he was always talking positive about her. And that's how her management screwed her over. That's how her management screwed her over. Period. They screwed her over. They did her wrong. And I gave them some really good advice. They just, you know, didn't really take it. And then, not for nothing, I don't know if that's still her management now, but she had some management at some point. I'm not going to say who they are. If whoever want to just assume what they want to assume, it's on you. But I'm not going to say who the management was. But I was talking to the management, and the management just told me, like, they thought she's not very smart. Oh man, they just went in, and it was just so disrespectful. It was just so disrespectful. I'm not gonna say who it was. I'm not calling no names or nothing like that. But I was speaking with somebody who said that they were management for her. That's what they told me. And they was just talking about her intelligence. She's not that smart. She's just young. She's like they was just I'm not even using the words they use, but they was just absolutely insulting her like crazy. That was when I stopped talking about her at all. I just said, you know what? This young lady, she has a uphill battle. She has a lot of people that's right next to her that she probably believes have her best interest in heart. I never thought that these people had this in this corporate this entity had her best interest in heart, and no. If we look at it, her corner took advantage of her ignorance to the matter. That's a fact. Let's not use the word ignorance because people always give ignorance a negative connotation. But like as far as the space program goes, I'm ignorant to it. You get what I'm saying? It's just something I don't have knowledge of. So I'm gonna agree that they took advantage of her over the things that she did not have knowledge of. Exactly. Plus the way she's defending this Tommy guy after what he's done makes her look bad. 6ix9ine hasn't done close to anything as bad as what Tommy did. Um, I'm not gonna say the things that 6ix9ine have been getting accused of isn't worse than what Tommy did. Tommy, that was one incident. 6ix9ine is accused of being in multiple different incidents. One, I don't think she would have come be interviewed by me. You know what? If she would be interviewed by me, I would absolutely interview Sarah. Somebody wrote donate. No, if she, you know what? If in all fairness, if she would be interviewed by me, I'd interview her. How about that? I mean, I've had a no Sarah interview for the longest, but I'll think about it. Is that fair? Can I think about it? Can I think about it? I think about it. Cause I don't have no beef with her, but I don't want to bring anybody on my platform just for them to talk shit about somebody else. I don't want to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to do that. You seen OG Product tried to come on the channel the other day and talk bad about somebody. And the dude he was bad mouthing be talking shit about me all the time, apparently. I don't watch the guy's channel. That's what I heard. So, but that don't got nothing to do with me. I don't care the guy be talking about me. I don't talk about him. So, thank you for keeping my name out there. I appreciate you. Supreme Duncan says she said a week ago that this year she's learned a lot about who is on her side and who's used her for clout, used her help. They used her to help. I don't know, man. I'm not reading this wrong. He's just putting the words wrong. Used her help their goals, and she's been dealing with her daughter being diagnosed. Her daughter being diagnosed. Diagnosed with what? Autistic, and she's been trying to get her help with counseling and other stuff to help her daughter. She's been through a lot. Oh, I feel bad for them. Shit, everything will be okay though. All right, everything's gonna be okay. Okay, that's it. We're not talking about that baby. If I see anybody talking about that baby, admins, anybody talk about that baby, we putting them on timeout. So he ain't gonna kick you. But if they say something ridiculously offensive, kick them. But if they just say stuff that's borderline, I don't even want just kick them. I don't want nobody in here talking about kids. Just kick them. Anybody say anything bad about that young lady's daughter, kick them. We're not doing that. Yo, Derek Devers, when is y'all gonna go cop y'all bag season? The fuck you talking about? Go cop the bag season merch, man. Y'all already know where it's at. Link in the description. William Somerville says, I have to go back to work. Can someone throw these bags for me if someone gets kicked? We'll remember. Somebody remember to throw William Somerville's 3 bags he got right there if anybody gets kicked. Got to remember to throw Williams bags. Anybody get kicked. All right, there you go. Liberty got him. Make sure you throw your bags. That's a fact, yo. Shout out to William Somerville. No, I don't think anything that you said was bad, Supreme Duncan. I don't think anything you said was bad. I just want to give people a warning before the fact. That's all. Because we not doing that. But you ain't saying nothing wrong. Thank you, Brad Hauser. I appreciate that. I personally like Get Up on ESPN. Everybody is okay. Just let's not talk about the young lady's daughter. That's it. We're not talking. We're not disrespecting babies out here. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out. I tell y'all what though. Everybody that's saying that I should check out some interviews, y'all could all become members. Y'all could become bag swingers to the channel. Just in case anybody forgot how to become a bag swinger or a member just in general, there's this button down here on the channel page. It says join. You hit the join button, and then you have the choice of becoming a BBN gang member. It's a monthly charge of $2. Or you could just, donate $10 to a monthly charge. Lots of people already do it. Coincidentally enough, the majority of the individuals that are actually members are people that regularly donate to the channel. So shout out to that we can have that type of consistency. I appreciate you guys. One of these screens. Which screen is it? There you go. MREC podcast. Wait, MREC's from the Bronx? I did not know that. Shout out to MREC. Doug West says one of your best interviews, BBN, was with my OG homie CK. Very intimate. You let him get his story out. Yeah, shout out to CK. You know I fuck with CK. Just don't forget about them damn. Don't forget about that. When's that damn Raiders game? We talk about next year, right? Next year the stadium opens up like next year, right? James S. Next year, right? Got to throw that out there. James S is gonna forget. Next year's gonna come. James S is gonna be like, "Oh shit, yo, I forgot. Bad season." I'm gonna come out there. I'm gonna be getting off the plane and shit. James S is gonna pick my own bags up and hit me with them. Bang! Go back to New York, fool. Ain't no tickets for you here. I'm like, oh, James S. I'm gonna have to kill a fool. Mick Good says, I know for a fact that if she would have reached out to you, you would have gave her the best guidance. Yeah, I would have. I never try to give people bad advice. I'm gonna tell you something that I do that I think people don't really understand. People come to me all the time and be like, yo, I got this great idea, let's do it. And my idea, in my mind, I'm always thinking, I can't see what you believe your idea to be. I can't see what you see. What you see is always gonna be more lucid as far as with your own idea than what I see. Because I can only see what I interpret that you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it is, James S. So what ends up happening is this. I'll be like, I think that's a good idea. You should do it. Once I say that, then you're supposed to do the thing. Get the thing to a point where now, if you need assistance, I can help you. When you come to me with a great idea, I'm not supposed to help you build that shit from the ground. You're supposed to build that shit, get that shit to a point where now you come back to me and be like, yo, look, now I need your help. We got the projects 60% done. Now I need some assistance. I need some guidance. I need some help. But if you building it all the way from the ground and you want me to put the first plank down and nail it, then that's not going to be able to happen because I got my own shit I'm doing. And I think people sometimes get lost in that. Like, yeah, you probably have if I think your idea isn't a great idea, then I'm going to try to give you ideas to help build the idea. You understand what I'm saying? But if I think that you just came out with a good idea, I'm like, wow. Yeah, you should do that. You should 100% do that. That's a good idea. But yeah, I would have given her a platform. I think a lot of the stuff that came out would have came out differently. I'm not saying that certain things wouldn't have came out or would have came out. I'm just saying I just think they would have came out differently. Um, I think she still goes and does the Vlad interview, but we don't talk about no paperwork and we don't talk about Takashi for 2 hours. Um, a lot of times, J Life says, bro, thank you for exposing OG product. Oh, first of all, let me tell y'all real quick. All right, so hold on, we're gonna switch over. I was just okay, so OG product came out, said something happened to one of the big homies that was locked up, right? So I just made a video saying I don't think that this is true because the shit that I heard, this ain't possible. Wildcat calls in. So Wildcat calls in, says basically the same thing. Yo, this guy's in an ADX. You know what an ADX is? An ADX is a 23 and 1. That's one of those jails that you don't see nobody else. You don't see other inmates at all. Everything that you have is right here. You don't gotta go nowhere to do shit. So how are you talking about dude that's in an ADX got stabbed up in the jail? Like that don't even make sense. So while me and Wildcat is talking about that, OG product pops up in the live. So he starts saying, whatever, his slingo or whatever he says. So he's like, talking about whatever he's talking about. So then I'm like, okay, you could come on the show. I didn't think nothing of it. It was impromptu. All right, whatever, come on the show. So then he comes on the show, and after he comes on the show, um, he didn't. He kind of did. He answer one question. I don't think he answered the question. You know what? OG Product did a Vlad interview. You know how Vlad will ask people stuff like, "Hey, when was the last time you think that you was in the studio with somebody and the music that y'all was making was gonna become a hit?" And then the artist, whoever he's talking to, will be like, "Well, yeah. So we was in the lobby, and then they just came in. They started blasting. Like, what are you talking about? I'm asking you about music, yo. And then the drugs fell, and then I don't know what happened after that. All I know is my man, he had like a hole in his chest." Like this is the question. This is how people answer Vlad TV questions. So that's basically what OG Product was doing to me. I'd be like, yo, so I mean, who told you this? And then OG Product could talk about, yeah, I know this rapper and I know that rapper. Then there's these other rappers I know, Schlingo. So I was just like, whatever, man. It was just a point. It was just a point during that interview. I was just like, oh man, I mean, I don't even need to be here. Rio Martinez says, at McDonald's, what can I do to help you? My truck making a knocking noise. Oh man. Said okay, I'll do that. So I don't think he would have interviewed her if she didn't do the paperwork. Just saying, I don't think he would have interviewed her either. But she could still have tried to sell herself. I don't think he would have interviewed her either because the interview wasn't about her. The interview was because he can't get a Takashi interview. Come on, we all know that. Wait, hold on, y'all knew that, right? Y'all did know that the interview was because he can't get a Takashi interview. Y'all did know that, right? You did know that. Wait, hold on. What are we talking about, J Life? Oh, Uncle Murder's situation. You say Uncle Murder, he lied. I don't take anything. Yo, look. When I ask you something and you start talking about some random other shit, I don't take none of that shit seriously. None of that makes any sense. I'm asking you, do you want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And you start talking to me about the NASDAQ. None of that makes any sense. When I ask you a question and you start talking about random other shit, I don't pay attention to nothing you talking about. What the fuck are you talking about? Part of my language. What are you talking about? What do you want, jelly or honey on your damn peanut butter sandwich? Yo, but I'm saying those new Jordans. Like, what are you talking about, homie? One thing at a time. Yo, they hating, man. My music, you know, the you young kids. And then I'm gonna tell you something that he said that was dumb funny. And if he didn't say something else that was funnier after that, I would have said something. Um, I would have said something, right? But he said something even funnier after that, so I just lost my whole place. But he said, wait, what the fuck did he say? He said, yo, you know, I got the young kids. You know, the young kids listen to me, you know, like 16 through 40. Like, what the fuck you mean 16 through 40? That's who you think is over here. Do he think the people that come to the BBN is in their 70s? What are you talking about? 16 through 40. That's like almost every demographic. I wanted to go off on him about that, but he said some other stuff after that that was even more funny. So I was just like, oh man, you know what? I'm just gonna let that other shit go. Yes, that's damn near everyone. What do you mean? The young crowd 16 through 40. The hell? This is what I mean. Like, you don't understand. Like, y'all really don't understand. Like, when I be talking with people. Okay, so when I go and I have a conversation with people face to face and they say shit that don't make no sense, I gotta stand there stone cold faced. I gotta stand there with no, like, just, I can't laugh. You'd be surprised at how many times people be having conversations with me, and inside I'm like, I gotta hold this in because this guy's a fool, or I gotta hold this in because they just don't know no better, or I gotta hold this in because this shit is just absolutely hilarious. And they'll be talking to me about some shit, and I just gotta stand there and I can't laugh, and I be wanting to laugh. See, when we on here and shit, I could do what I want to do, but I be standing there and I be like, I don't want to hurt their feelings. This person sounds like an idiot. Supreme Duncan says, so wait, Vlad interviewed her because he was mad he didn't get a 6ix9ine interview. So was he trying to he might have been trying to interview 6ix9ine for the whole Fed shit thing happened. I wouldn't argue that. But what I mean is 6ix9ine is locked up. He can't get a 6ix9ine interview. In addition to that, everybody that used to come on his program, he used to talk trash about before she even went on there. He was like talking about 6ix9ine snitching. So I'm pretty sure 6ix9ine wasn't going to give him an interview. It's one thing to be like, yo, this dude snitched. It's another thing to make fun of the situation. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you snitch, you snitched. All right. But to make fun of the situation and then be talking about, yo, do you think somebody's gonna kill 6ix9ine? So he wasn't gonna get a 6ix9ine. Like, no, you'd have to assume that there's a good chance he wouldn't get it, but he might be able to. What do I know? Hey, they're streaming the White House press conference right now. I gotta go. I might do a live in the middle of the day. I'm not 100% sure. But everybody pull up to tonight's show tonight. We gotta go because they are live streaming. Did we get any donations today for me to call out? Shout out to Prince to Amir for the $5 drive. Shout out to Straight Ballin for the $2 drive. Once again, shout out to Brooklyn Born 718 for sponsoring this video. Appreciate you, my brother. I'm gonna let y'all go so everybody could go check out what's going on in the world today. I would play the audio and we can sit here and talk about it. But the reason why I am not is because it's AGTV most likely will try to hit me with a copyright strike for some more shit that don't got nothing to do with him. So I need support over here. I got people flagging my channel for shit that don't even got nothing to do with them. They trying to get me up out of here. With that being said, I love y'all. Everybody enjoy y'all day. Let's go out there, promote positivity, do good shit, do good works. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. I almost forgot all this shit. I'm trying to get on so I can go see what the hell Trump is talking about. You know, he about to talk reckless. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.